That's kind of a personal revelation.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about inviting and following up. So inviting, like I just said, inviting is seriously where the money is at. Getting people to live events it's extremely successful. We just did our first group one a couple Thursdays ago, and then that was Thursday, and then Saturday we did one in Georgia. And out of the 5 guests, there were like 5 guests within our personal team. 4 out of 5 have joined.
Wow.
So getting them to, it builds belief when people actually get to a live event and see, just like you wanted your mom to come to this meeting, so that you see there's other people that are really excited about this, that are really having results. So that is what a live event will do for them. And a live event, for the most part, I'm talking about an opportunity meeting, and that's why I wanted to continue to do the monthly meetings. But a live event could also be the weekly opportunity call on Wednesday nights. That I would consider that a live event. If you get them to get on that, I had a girl that she took probably almost almost 3 months maybe, but to actually order. But I had invited her to go on a Wednesday night call, and she got on it, and she's like, "Wow, that was amazing! Like, keep inviting me to do that." So I did. Every week she would get on the call, and she's like, "This is just keeping me motivated and making me want to do it." And those ones are super quick. Those are like 20 minutes, so that's probably easier than getting somebody to actually come to a physical event. But and so you really want to perfect the art of inviting not only guests, non-Plexus people, but you really want to be able to invite your team effectively to get them pumped up. And I really think about it all the time as being like a hype man. So I don't know, like there's a boxer in the ring and you're that guy getting them all hyped up. You have to hype up an event to your team, get them excited about it, and get your guests excited. The meeting, once you get them there, the meeting does all the work. But the hard part is getting them there, because people are flaky, people are busy. So really, it's pretty much broken. To me, it's 2 things. It's step 1, step 2. Step 1 is excite them. You got to speak about the event, speak about the people, the presenters in general, speak about Plexus with energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. And make it a big deal. Like, we went to Georgia, and inviting people to that, they might have even had a little bit more to go on. Like, this is huge. Like, my sponsor or my upline from California is coming all the way out here to do this event. You can do the same thing out here. You can do the same thing here. So when we have our meeting, or especially next month in September when Melissa's coming out, like, oh my gosh, this is our Emerald Ambassador, or I'm sorry, Sapphire Ambassador. She is one promotion away from being the top level in the company, and she's taking the time to come out here and do this opportunity meeting. It's going to be amazing. So you just talk up the people and build them up. And really, that's best done in person or over the phone, like when people can hear it in your voice. And I don't get the opportunity to really be with people in person a whole lot. So you really kind of have to seek those moments out, and then still do it on Facebook too. If people are constantly seeing, like if you invite them, just add them to the invite on Facebook. Sometimes they'll see it pop up as a notification, but if they see it once and they're scrolling down, then they're never going to see that invite again. It doesn't remind them or anything. So you really want to invite them, then post about it on your personal page. Like, super excited about this event. I always put in the event, the link to get to the event page, and just keep being excited about it on your personal page. Then I also will private message people to personally invite them. I tell them, I would love to have you as my personal guest at this event, blah, 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 kind of everything we were talking about. It's going to be amazing, super excited. I kind of skipped forward. That's kind of into the invite one. So we did excite, then you invite. So you're really inviting them just to take a look or just to learn a little bit more. So really try to stay kind of no pressure. You don't want them to feel like, because at the meetings, since you guys haven't been to a meeting, at the meetings we don't sell anything, we don't get like super intense. We're not there to make a sale. It is purely informational. We're sharing testimonies, and you get to try the pink drink. So you don't want your invitation to feel like that they're going to get trapped into something really awkward. And that I even tell them, leave your checkbook at home, because we're not selling anything. you know. So I know I feel like that when someone invites me to like a Scentsy party, like I don't have $50 to spend. Like I don't want to go and feel guilty that I'm not buying something. So I just really try to stress that to the people that I invite, that, you know, we do not sell anything at this meeting. Please leave your checkbook at home. It's just super exciting. You'll get to taste the pink drink. You'll get to taste the P96, and just be inspired. If you invite 10 people, personally invite 10 people, you might get one to show up. And that's not just Plexus, that is in general. Like last night I was at a meeting planning for a fundraiser, and our target is like 40 people for this Bunko event, and we're like, okay, we got to invite 400 people to get 40 people to show up. Oh, this was just planning. So we got Bunko in September. So really you want to get that personal or private commitment from them, because on Facebook, inviting them on the Facebook invite, a friend of mine, not in Plexus, said it, and I totally think it's true. She's like, on Facebook, a Facebook yes is a polite maybe, and a Facebook maybe is a polite no. Yeah. So you really don't want to rely on the Facebook event invite to do the work. You want to get that personal connection and have them tell you, yes, I'm coming. Or I might, or I can't because of this, whatever the case may be. I always follow up a few days prior, especially if they're maybes, or if they had any kind of like, if you could kind of tell that they're like, oh yeah, I'll be there, and you know they're gonna flake, follow up a few days out. And then I always follow up again, and that is no pressure. That's just like, hey, I'm super excited about the event coming up. I know you said da-da-da-da, but I just wanted to see if you would be there. Let me know if you need a ride or whatever, just non-threatening. And then the day of, again, I always connect again and say, I'm so excited to see you tonight. Even if they haven't said yes, like for sure. I just be like, yeah, I'm super excited to see you. I haven't seen you forever. Because then they feel guilty for telling you they can't.
I just feel good. I really want to.
Good, I'm so glad. Okay, so that's kind of my whole inviting. So I'm going to go into following up. So this is not just following up regarding inviting to events, but following up in general, because we hear all the time, you know, make sure that you follow up with people, follow up, and that is really where, you know, because people will take their time, they need to research a lot, whatever the case may be. So I always keep a running list of whoever's contacting me about Facebook, so that I can continue to follow up. But I will say, I don't, in the beginning, probably for the first month or so, I'll try to follow up every week-ish. You kind of have to gauge it and see based on what people say. If they're like, oh no, like I don't have money right now, you feel felt down, and tell them, you know, oh, I feel the same way, I didn't have enough money, whatever. But set an appointment then to follow up. Like when would be a good time for you to follow up? Like when should I get back in contact with you, because clearly you're interested, you know? So you have them tell you when to get back in contact with them. Because then when that day comes, mark it on your calendar, when that day comes, you are coming from a place of professionalism and posture. You're not coming on hands and knees begging for a sale. You are just doing what you said you would do, being professional, following up. So, hey, you know, I told you I'd follow up with you, or you asked me to follow up with you on this date. I just wanted to see you know, what you're thinking, and I'm excited to get you ready when you're excited to get you started when you're ready. So really, it's all about posture. You need to use language that keeps you in control, and stay far away from anything that would make you seem desperate. Because we're really here to help people. You don't need them, they need what you have.
Yeah.
And so really, you're there to help, you're there to improve their life, really. You're not there for a sale, and they need to know that in the language that you use. So I would never say like, hey, are you ready to order? It's not about the order. It's about them ready to change their life. Like, are you ready to, you know, like I said, when you're ready to get started, I'm here. Whatever the case may be, kind of tailor it to them. But I would never say like, are you ready to order? Are you gonna order today? Like you said payday was yesterday, are you gonna order today? Like, we just gotta kind of find some better language. When would you like me to follow up? Keeps you looking professional, mark your calendar, and make sure that you do follow up when you say you would. Okay, so I had a hard time figuring out what to actually say when I followed up for a long time. And because it is awkward. So my go-to is usually either, hey, I'm just following up with everybody that's asked about Plexus, and then, you know, let me know whatever I kind of like, if it's all the kids are getting back to school, so I know this is a super busy time, or try to personalize it and seem like, oh, I saw so-and-so, is looking so cute, she's walking now. You know, try to make it personal so that they don't think it's just like you copied and pasted and they'll ignore that. But I use events as follow-ups. So if it's been a while and, you know, either they've been ignoring my follow-ups, or they have just been dragging their feet, I use an event to sneak in there and follow up. So without saying I'm following up, hey, I just wanted to personally invite you to be my guest, da 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 da. So that's just getting back in there, getting Plexus in their head again. Same with the weekly opportunity call. So if they've expressed interest and they're like just kind of iffy, but they didn't say like no, or they didn't say, oh, talk to me next month, then that next weekly opportunity meeting on Wednesday, invite them in a personal message. You can send them a personalized testimonial. So if you see something, if you know they're struggling with something, or even if it's weight loss, you can go on the testimonials page, or if you see a good one that's kind of like similar to them and you think would inspire them, send that to them privately. Say, hey, I saw this, I thought of you, thought you might like this, and just leave it at that. You can always follow up around excitement and exciting things. So if you have a promotion, or if like somebody that you know got promoted and you're just excited, like, hey, I'm super excited, like things are rocking in our business, my sponsor so-and-so, or especially if they know each other, that's even better. Like Nicole she just got promoted to gold and she's doing amazing, so I just wanted to follow up with you and make sure that, you know, blah, blah, blah. On payday, that's a great one too. If you have like a really good payday testimonial, you can send that personally to them. Like, I just, you know, this is doing amazing things in my life, and it's such a huge blessing. I just don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, etc. Around big trips, like we have Leaders Retreat coming up in October. Even if you're not going, you can use that excitement surrounding that to follow up and say, hey, like I just got started, but I'm super excited. My upline, Stephanie, is leaving for Florida today, and well, I'm going to be there next year. It's all about posture. I'm going to be there next year, positive and convicted. If we have like a new product or something like that, you can always use that too. Do not aggressively go after the sale. People are totally turned off when you start talking about sales, or like when they feel like you're pressuring them just to make the sale, they're completely turned off. I've actually had several people tell me that someone else was constantly pestering them to order, and so they just were turned off. They said, no, I'm not going to order. They didn't tell them, they just ignored them. And then they came to me and said, hey, can I order from you? And these are people on my team. That puts me in an uncomfortable situation. Like, I don't want you to order from me. You've talked to them, but they've totally been turned off because they were literally pestering them on I don't know, maybe every couple of days. Like, that's too much. Even like weekly is a little bit, just depending on the situation, you kind of have to feel it out. So just remember that you're here to help, serve, and inspire others, not to sell them something. So we're, like I said, I posted it the other day, we're one team on a mission to change a lot of lives. So when you come at it from that perspective, when you're talking to people and you're coming from a place of wanting to share and inspire them with your story, then you're not going to come off as a salesperson, and you're not going to turn people off. So that is what I've got for that.